name is Cory Mervis. I live in Las Vegas. I'm formerly from New York City, New York. I am representing Flyingpan Productions and the Burning Man Project. I am representing Burning Man Project and Flyingpan Productions. Yes, I am speaking. I'm going to be speaking about bringing home back to the default world, which is home. Default world means the outside of Black Rock City, and so I'm talking about how to bring home home. How did I come to speak at Catalyst tonight? I have been going to Burning Man for 19 years, and yes, and I am an active participant in my local Burning Man regional, and I have been an active participant for the past 19 years since I came back and couldn't stop talking about it and getting other people to go. And so I was invited to come here and speak about how I've been bringing what I've learned at Burning Man home. I went by accident.
Just totally.
I had no idea what I was doing. I had nothing. I was on a motorcycle, just riding around the country. How did I get involved with Burning Man? I started going in 1996, and I went back in 1997 with some guy that it didn't work out. I went back in 1998 and couldn't stop talking about it for all this time. And I brought this guy with me who's now my husband. It's a really great proving ground for relationships. I went to Burning Man and I experienced this place that was magical. People were laughing and having a life that was not fathomable. It wasn't, I couldn't imagine it in New York City, where people were playing with each other and acting out things and being joyous, and you'd hear laughter everywhere. This wasn't normal for my life, so I wanted to bring it back. And then we started doing events in New York City, and then the towers fell, and we had gathered this community of all these crazy people, and on our list that day and that evening and that week, everyone was reaching out for one another. And I started to realize I had a family. It wasn't just a bunch of freaks doing funny stuff together, but we had a real bond and we cared about each other. And so I started bringing back things that I learned at Burning Man about participation and community, and doing crazy stuff together brings people closer. And so I started doing crazy stuff together with the people and having parties and bringing camps out to Burning Man, and then villages, and then projects, and then bringing the projects that I was doing out at Burning Man out into the world. And so it's all sort of, my whole life is turned around because of that surprise trip. Someone told me to go to Burning Man.
So let's start with that.
Okay, how did I get from New York City to Las Vegas? I've been going to Burning Man for a long time, and I kept coming back either by car or by bike or by airplane or by bus. I kept coming through Nevada. We kept stopping here in Las Vegas for longer and longer periods because we didn't want to go back to New York. And we were living in a trailer before and after Burning Man, and we were having such a good time when it was 116 degrees outside and it was 24/7, and it was a really cool town compared to New York. It had a lot of similarities. So we started looking for houses and wound up here about 4 or 5 years ago. Well, how do I feel about the revitalization of Las Vegas? When I moved here 5 years ago, I had thought of all these empty storefronts as opportunities. A lot of the people here asked me, why did you move from New York City to Las Vegas? And all my friends in New York City were saying, why are you moving from from New York City to Las Vegas? And I gave them the list, 24/7, international city, foods from around the world, entertainment coming through all the time, surrounded by national parks, ample parking, wonderful sunshine, it just goes on and on. And so I came here and I saw these empty storefronts and I saw opportunity. I saw these were places where artists could take over and do things inside them that the landlords are probably really hard up for money, which is where I like them, because then I can go in as an artist and say, hey, we've got this idea, and see who it resonates with. And so as soon as we moved here, we started talking to the Office of Cultural Affairs to start the Las Vegas Halloween Parade. We started talking to the mayor about doing a burn of a giant showgirl, which he was sort of weirded out because he likes showgirls. And we explained to him it was wood, and it was a community building project. And he, again, pointed us to the Office of Cultural Affairs. And so this city's really easy to work with compared to New York City, where I was doing events. The people that are working for the city want to be working for the city. They want to be helping make more stuff happen. And so I found this city to be extremely open and arms willing for anything to happen, because it's Vegas, so, you know, all holds are, you know, everything's crazy here, and it's good because it doesn't look like anything's out of the norm when you have people running down the street in whatever costumes and whatever. It's neat. I would say, you know, I had a really nice opportunity. What was my most inspiring moment at Catalyst? I had a really excellent opportunity because I live a little bit outside of downtown. I live in the Scotch 80s, right on the other side of the train tracks. And I was given a room to be able to stay here in the Ogden, which gave me this chance, this opportunity to live downtown, to be amongst it, not having to commute in or whatever. And I could wake up in the morning and go down and have coffee and see all my friends that I already hung out with before. It was really nice. And for that reason, it was that was my and meeting, of course, all these wonderful people from around the world doing amazing things that are just so eye-opening and generous and good. It was really excellent. What am I taking away from Catalyst Week? We just had this wonderful experience of sitting down and talking about where our goals and visions are, and then have everyone in the circle kind of talk about what they thought could help you. And it was like amazing. All these wonderful ideas that I hadn't thought about just came out of these people who, they don't even know me, and they were like, oh yeah, you should look at this website and you should talk to these people. And it was really nice. You know, people want to help each other and lift each other up, and I miss that because I'm a mom, so I've been staying home a lot with my kid, but I really enjoyed that.